For Sexual Assault Awareness Month, HAWA brings you How to Support a Survivor. At HAWA, we support victim survivors who have experienced domestic violence and sexual assault. We want you all to know that our services are also for those of you supporting a loved one who has gone through a traumatic experience. In moments of disclosure, it's important to provide support to the loved one who is entrusting you with their story and truth. HAWA wants to help you feel confident in supporting a loved one through their healing journey, so we present to you How to Support a Survivor.
Active listening. When a survivor discloses their story to you, it is important that you listen to them. This means no interrupting and practicing active listening skills. Active listening looks like making eye contact, paying attention to the survivor, allowing the survivor to tell their story with little to no disruptions, and listening without judgment.
Validation. When the survivor has finished disclosing, validate their feelings and remind them that what happened to them is not their fault. Everyone's experience and reactions are different. It is important that during this time, you allow space for the survivor to feel however they want to feel.
Prioritizing their choice. It is very tempting to provide solutions when we hear our loved ones are hurting. But remember to remain present with the survivor and focus on what they need. Keep in mind that when the violence occurred, the survivor's choice was taken away, so it is important that from here on out, their choices are prioritized. Try not to give advice on what your loved one should do. Many times when survivors disclose, they are looking for support. If the impacted person asks for your advice, remember to always bring it back to what the survivor wants and needs and what they're comfortable doing.
Refer to resources. As a support person, you are more than welcome to provide resources to your loved one. It is their decision whether or not they would like to reach out, but having that option available to them can help them be aware of the choices they have in order to make an informed decision. Remember, resources for victim survivors can be a resource for you as a support person as well.
Follow-up. Next, ask your loved one how they would like follow-up to look like. As a support person, you may be worried about your loved one and want to know how they are doing. It is important that your actions are led with the loved one's best interest in mind, so ask them what they are comfortable with. Some survivors would like their supporters to check in with them, and other survivors may feel more comfortable checking in when they are ready to.
Confidentiality. It is incredibly brave for someone to share their story with you. As a support person, you may experience secondhand trauma, and it's okay to look for support for yourself as well. When looking for support for yourself, it's extremely important to remember to abide by and follow confidentiality. Ask your loved one what they are comfortable with you sharing, and remember to focus your healing on your own feelings and not just about sharing the survivor's story to someone else.
Self-care. As a support person, it is important that you take care of yourself so that you can show up for your loved one. Set aside time to rejuvenate yourself, whether it is taking time to be in nature, exercising, meditating, or even just watching TV. Whatever works best for you, we encourage you to make time for it.
Disclosures can be hard to process, and you may feel pressured to say and do the right things to help your loved one. At the end of the day, it's okay to not have all the answers, and sometimes being with your loved one and listening and caring for them is enough. If you have any additional questions or concerns, please reach out to Hmong American Women's Association at 414-930-9352. And thank you for joining us for How to Support a Survivor.